we are quickly shifting our focus to the biggest story of the day. Right now, the accused in the Ram Mandir donation probe, they were produced before the court via video conferencing, and they've now been remanded to 14 days of judicial custody. So all the 8 in the case have been remanded to 14 days of judicial custody as the probe in the Ram Mandir donation chori case gains momentum. Going across to Adib, my colleague. Adib, get us through the latest that happened in the court. The accused have been sent to judicial custody. What's the focus of the probe currently?
Well, Sagrika, see, they were presented through video conferencing in the district court in Ayodhya, and the court has sent directly to them to the 14 days of judicial custody in jail. The police, Ayodhya police, however, did not file for a police custody remand as of now because the police is preparing their charge sheet. They are preparing each and every their details with regards to the bank accounts, their bank transaction details. In fact, the multiple raids were conducted yesterday. The police gave notices to the banks today, so it is expected that in the days to come, the police will file for the police custody remand. But as of now, all the 8 accused, they have been sent to the 14 days of judicial custody by the court in Ayodhya. The judge was sitting in his chamber in the video conferencing room when these 8 accused were produced before the court through video conferencing, and all of them have been sent to the 14 days of judicial custody.
So the SIT probe details have been submitted. Can you share with us what does the SIT probe say so far? Adib.
Well, Sagrika, see the SIT probe, the preliminary report which they have submitted to the state government of Uttar Pradesh, and in that particular report they mentioned the name of these individuals based on the CCTV images, the electronic evidences that they managed to get from the Ram Temple premises, in which they have named these individuals. And based on that preliminary report, the FIR was lodged against all these accused. And now what we are learning is that SIT will soon begin up with the second phase of investigation, in which they will question more and more people in Ayodhya with regards to the Ram Temple embezzlement case, and these people will be associated with the Ram Temple. It will be the senior leadership of the Ram Temple, which include the senior trust members also. So in the days to come, the SIT will further intensify with their probe, and as well as the Ayodhya police. In fact, the Ayodhya police has given multiple notices to several banks in Ayodhya today, demanding, they are seeking that the bank should share all the details of the bank accounts related with the trust, and the bank accounts and transaction details of each and every individual.
Is on the transactions, because even right now, Adib, there are questions that are being asked about. There is a confirmation that yes, there was embezzlement. No clean chit has been given to anyone. But what about the amount? What is the scale of the heist that took place? Stay with us, because the Supreme Court today also refused to grant an urgent hearing seeking a fair probe into the embezzlement of donation case at the Ram Janmabhoomi Temple. Now, this petition had sought a CBI-led multi-agency investigation, but today the top court observed that heavens are not going to fall if the matter is taken up after the court resumes regular functioning following the summer break. Now, the PIL that was filed by 2 advocates also raised concerns over the ongoing probe by the Uttar Pradesh police, alleging that key evidence was not being properly preserved, and it also sought a court-monitored investigation. According to sources, police have questioned key office bearers of the Temple Trust. Let's tell you about what we know. We know that SIT has also questioned Champat Rai. Now, yes, the focus is on Champat Rai, and the fact that we know in the last week, till about Friday, he was resisting his own resignation, but a message was sent to him. He was quizzed over trust employees. What more do we know? The SIT also asked more questions to Champat Rai about all the details and the facts that have come to the fore. So this is the latest in the investigation. We also know that digital evidence has become a very crucial part of the investigation. In the latest, like Adib has been telling us, the focus has been on transactions. Here's a report filed by Adib from Ayodhya.
The 8 accused of the Ram Temple embezzlement case will be produced in the court today. They were sent to the 3 days of judicial custody to the prison in this particular prison right here in Ayodhya. This is the district jail of Ayodhya, where all the 8 accused are currently lodged in. Now today these 8 accused will be produced in the court. The Ayodhya police will argue on how they will be taking their judicial custody remand. The police will file for the police custody remand also, so that they can further question these accused and ascertain the facts related with the case. Remember, these 8 accused, they were directly involved in collecting and counting of the cash. They are all lodged in this particular district jail right here in Ayodhya. So the Ayodhya police will now again be taking these 8 accused. They will be producing these 8 accused in the district court right here in Ayodhya, from where the judge will decide whether these accused will be sent for further judicial custody, or the police will get the remand of these accused, so that they can question these accused and solve the case of the Ram Temple embezzlement case. With video journalist Satyadev Singh, Adeep Walter, Times Now, Ayodhya.
So the Ram Mandir Trust is also now moving ahead with a major internal crackdown. Sources are indicating that a full review of appointments made outside the official process is also currently underway. So what we're getting to know right now is the fact that staff that were hired through recommendations or not through the regular process, they are under scrutiny. The trust is also said to be considering the removal of employees who were appointed without following due process. And this is going to be part of the wider recruitment overhaul that has already begun. As per sources, action is likely in cases of irregular appointments, while the administration is also simultaneously moving to tighten transparency norms within the system. So what do we know? Let's break down more details of this case. We are right now hearing that there are some bank employees also who are under the scanner. This becomes a part of the investigation. So 2 bank employees are now under scanner as the probe gathers momentum. Cops have found some evidence against these 2 staffers of a particular bank. SIT is probing, points to the role, SIT probe writers pointing to the role of these bank employees, and cops are going to take action against the bank staff. There's also lens on bank staff who oversaw the counting process. So right now, like we've been telling you, the SIT is keeping its focus on staff. One, the staff of the trust, and also the staff of banks. So bank employees are under the scanner. We've told you about the details that we've accessed so far about how there are 2 employees under the scanner, how the cops have found some kind of evidence against their role. So the 8 accused in this particular case, in the Ram Mandir donation heist case, they may face difficulty in securing any kind of legal representation. Why are we saying this? Because there is a possible boycott that has been discussed with lawyers who are present there. Members of the Bar Association in Ayodhya have decided that they will take a call in the general body meeting that is scheduled. And the bar president indicated that a unanimous refusal should be done by all lawyers. There should be no lawyer who will take up the defense of these particular accused, these 8 people. So this is the decision taken by the Bar Association. In fact, a warning was also shot off. What was the warning? The warning was this, that if there is any lawyer who chooses to defend the accused in this particular case, they will be fined 5 lakh rupees.
According to resolution, that meeting has been called from 10:30 a.m. and meeting was presiding by myself and along with my 12 committee. Now the first issue was in the matter of the Chori of Ram Janambhoomi, that the SIT Janch is very clear, it should be liable to condemned or not. Incident which has been occurred, that is liable to condemned or not. And also what is the conduct of the Champak Rai, Gopal Mishra and Anil Mishra. Conduct was very bad. It is held by the Bar Association under the resolution of the Bar Association. And the Bar Association is not satisfied by the inquiry of the SIT. SIT means the state level it is governed, but the demand of the under the resolution of the Bar Association for CBI inquiry.
So the Bar Association has decided that there will be no legal aid for the accused in the case. They've taken a position. But as per sources, the trust is also, now it has come out that the trust possibly, and there are members of the trust who are possibly aware of the irregularities day before the issue became public. Sources are claiming that on the 5th of June, representatives of the trust, they acted on instructions of General Secretary Champat Rai, who accompanied the police to the residence of one of the accused, Avinash Shukla. Remember, Avinash Shukla is the same person in whose house there were raids that were carried out yesterday. Now, during the search that happened on the 5th of June, which was almost 2 days before the entire issue became public, cash was reportedly recovered. So there are now insinuations and there are now questions being asked that if the trust already knew about these kind of irregularities, if members of the trust already knew that money is being recovered from the residence of this person, Avinash Shukla, what did they do? Why wasn't a police complaint filed? It is also being claimed that that very day, when the money was recovered, no formal complaint was lodged with the police at that time, and that action was only taken later when the entire issue became public. CCTV footage linked to this particular case has surfaced. In this 24-second clip that you're going to see right now, this is the clip we're talking about. So in this clip, this is from the 5th of June. You can see this is Avinash Shukla who's seen with the police. And like we've been telling you, now there are questions being raised. So this clip is from the 5th of June. The issue comes to light on 6th and on the 7th. 7th is when Akhilesh Yadav talks about this particular case. But if authorities in the trust knew about irregularities, why wasn't the police informed? And that is why more questions are being raised on the role of those who knew and those who chose not to act. So these are the details now that have come to light. Avinash Shukla, one of the accused, seen here with the cops, and questions being raised after this video has come to the fore.
अखिलेश जी, अयोध्या को तो राम भक्तों ने सजा और संवार दिया है। आप उसकी चिंता मत करिए, पश्चाताप करिए, एक बार रामलला का दर्शन कर लीजिए, कम से कम इसी से और सद्बुद्धि आएगी। और अब तैयारी करिए कि हम कृष्ण कन्हैया के लिए भी कुछ कर सकें। अब मथुरा की बात करिए। अगर सचमुच अपने को धार्मिक कहलाने का प्रयास कर रहे हो तो मथुरा वृंदावन पे खुल करके बोल दीजिए, श्री कृष्ण जन्मभूमि पर खुल करके बोल दीजिए और बोलिए ना कि श्री राम जन्मभूमि मुक्ति के आंदोलन की तर्ज पर ही श्री कृष्ण जन्मभूमि की मुक्ति का भी अभियान चलना चाहिए।
And you just heard Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath also turning the tables on Akhilesh Yadav as the political blame game peaks. He's now told Akhilesh Yadav, don't worry about Ayodhya, why don't you speak on Krishna Janmabhoomi? So the politics around the case also escalating, but that's time for us to slip into a short commercial break. Stay with Times Now. We'll be back with more.